Prime Minister Major General Abdoul received an audience Her Excellency Rachna Koronen, United States Ambassador in Mali last Monday, perhaps in this edition. The President of the Transition, His Excellency General Assimi Goïta, Head of the State and President of the Confederation of Sahel State, ASS, received a high-level ministerial delegation to finalize the operationalization of the Confederation Bank for Investment and Development last Thursday. We talk about it deeply in this program. At the international level, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky was in London last Tuesday for a key meeting with European leaders on the war in Ukraine. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to English World News from Malvati 1, the web of reference. Prime Minister Major General Abdoul received Her Excellency Rachna Koronen, United States Ambassador in Mali, in audience on Monday, the 8th of December 2025. During the audience, the ambassador conveyed a message from the American authorities to remain open to all cooperation with Mali. The United States is seizing every opportunity for collaboration between business people for both countries. She also reviewed the security situation. For Prime Minister General Abdoul, Head of the Government, this visit provided an opportunity to congratulate on behalf of His Excellency General Assimi Goïta, President of the Transition and Head of the State, the Ambassador for commendable efforts in service to both countries. The Head of the Government expressed his satisfaction with the very strong relations that allow for cooperation in several areas. He welcomed the positive view held by the United States for the transitional authorities, who appreciate this favorable perception. The Prime Minister also explained the position of the Confederation of Sahel States, which is now a single area and theater of operations. He added that some states sponsoring terrorism are engaging in rampant propaganda and disinformation through their major outlets, which glorify terrorism. Major General Abdoul expressed his hope that American aid will have an impact on transparency and mutual trust, according to the Prime Minister's office. Prime Minister and Minister of Territorial Administration and Centralization, Major General Abdoul was in Guinea for a friendly and working visit on Tuesday, the 9th of December 2025. It was welcomed at Ahmed Sékou Touré Airport by his Guinean counterparts, Amadou Uriba, and members of the Malian community. The Prime Minister led a government delegation that concluded the Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs, General Sadio Kamara, the Minister of Economy and Finance, Olusegun Sanu, the Minister of Transport and Infrastructure, Madina Sissoko Dembélé, and the Minister of Livestock and Fisheries, Yubaba. Major General Abdoul held a working session with his Guinean counterpart, Amadou Uriba. The two delegations discussed matters of common interest related to economic and trade cooperation, including, among other things, the rail interconnection projects, the operationalization of new freight transit corridors and transhumance. The Guinean government expressed its willingness to support the Malian government. Immediately after the meeting, the two prime ministers held a press conference addressing several key issues like bilateral cooperation, sub-regional security, and the fuel crisis in Mali. Before leaving Conakry, the Prime Minister was received in audience by the President of the Republic of Guinea, General Mamadi Doumbouya. The Prime Minister carried a message from the President of the Transition, General of Army Assimi Goïta, to his brother and friend. Major General Abdoul took the opportunity to thank Guinea on behalf of the Head of the State for its unwavering support to Mali. For his part, the Guinean President reaffirmed his country's readiness to cooperate with Mali, describing Mali and Guinea as the two links on the same body. Major General Abdoul concluded his friendship and working visit on Wednesday, the 10th of December 2025, according to the Prime Minister's office. The President of the Transition, His Excellency General of Army Assimi Goïta, Head of the State and President of the Confederation of Sahel State, ASS, received the high-level ministerial delegation on Thursday, the 11th of December 2025, to finalize a strategic project, the operationalization of a Confederation Bank for Investment and Development. Led by the Malian Minister of Economy and Finance, Mr. Olusegun Sanu, the delegation also included the Burkinabe Minister of Economy, Finance and Planning, Dr. Abubakar Nakanabu, as well as the Nigerian Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Ali Lamin Zaine. They were all in Bamako for the ASS Finance Ministers meeting dedicated to the official launch of BCIDASS. The purpose of the meeting was to present to the head of the state the results of a technical work in preparation for the launch of a new financial institution. Burkina Faso's Minister Aboubacar Nakanadou, spokesperson for the delegation, announced the validation of a statute of a confederal bank for investment and development, making a key step towards its creation. This bank, considered a strategic instrument, will aim to finance structuring projects, Sahelien integration, and the economic sovereignty of the three states. It will mobilize sovereign resources to finance priority projects such as infrastructure, agriculture, energy, and support for private sector projects. The Burkinabe minister emphasized the bank's positive impact on structuring projects and the economic sovereignty of the states. The BCIDASS share capital has been validated with a portion already paid up and confederal contributions expected. The next step is the appointment of directors, followed by raising additional funds and financing business projects proposed by member states. The ministers received clear directives from the President Assimi Goïta regarding the strategic role of the BCIDASS, which is to support Sahelien integration and strengthen the economic and infrastructural sovereignty of the three countries. The Burkinabe minister reiterated that all these actions aim to improve the lives of the people, according to the Presidency of Mali. The President of the Transition Head of the State, His Excellency General Assimi Goïta, inaugurated the square Mali Greatmen of Mali and Mali Warlords located in Koulouba on Thursday, the 11th of December 2025. The first, formerly known as Explorer Squares, paid tribute to the great figures of Malian history, while the second, previously named Governors of French Sudan Square, highlights the legacy of the military leaders who shaped our struggle for independence. This initiative is part of a broader operation to name and enhance public spaces throughout our country. The main objective is to strengthen national sovereignty, rehabilitate our collective memory, and honor the heroes of our history, those who valiantly fought against the invading forces. The ceremony took place in the presence of several personalities, including the Prime Minister of the Transition, Major General Abdoul Maïga, the Prime Minister of Niger, Ali Mahaman Lamine Zain, the Minister of Crafts, Culture, Hotel Industry and Tourism, Mr. Mamadou Daffé, the Ambassador of Burkina Faso in Mali, as well as several members of the government, according to the Presidency of Mali. At the international level, in Democratic Republic of Congo, rebel forces entered the last government-held town in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, a mineral-rich region, on Wednesday, the 10th of December 2025. The offensive forces forced thousands of people to flee to Burundi, according to residents. Heavy artillery fire and gunfire rang out in Uvira and terrified residents described the situation as chaotic. AFC M23 called on the Congolese army and other opposing forces still present in and around the city of Uvira to surrender. The escalation of fighting comes despite the peace agreement brokered last week by U.S. President Donald Trump between the President of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Félix Tshisekedi, and the President of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, to end the long-running conflicts. The M23 rebel group claimed to have liberated the city, while Radio Okapi, the UN-backed news outlets, reported that residents claim rebel fighters were present in the main thoroughfares. The governor of South Kivu, Jean-Jacques Puruzi, told local media that the army and Ali militia still control the town, located just 27 kilometers from Bujumbura, the capital of Burundi, on the other side of Lake Tanganyika. Finally, Burundi closed its border with the Democratic Republic of Congo, according to BBC. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, who was in London on Tuesday, the 9th of December 2025, for a key meeting with European leaders on the war in Ukraine. He met with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, French President Emmanuel Macron, and German Chancellor Friedrich Merz to discuss peace negotiations and security guarantees for Ukraine. This meeting comes after criticism from U.S. President Donald Trump, who accused Zelensky of not having read the American peace proposal. However, European leaders seek to strengthen their support for Ukraine and find a diplomatic solution to the conflict. During the meeting, they discussed about peace proposals and security guarantees for Ukraine, strengthening European support for Ukraine and regional security and the implications of the conflict for Europe. The meeting also addressed issues of financing and reconstruction for Ukraine, as well as sanctions against Russia, according to Reuters. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of English World News from Malba TV 1, the web of reference. Thank you for joining me. God bless, protect, and assist you forever. See you next week.